Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're showing you this cool ride behind us.
Yeah, so the it's what, charcoal gray or what color
This
is this?
is legendary gray.
Legendary gray. You know, I thought like whenever we stepped around in the sun, it was really sparkly, and I was like, wow, it shows up really nice.
It's the perfect color for all the chrome we put on this thing.
Yeah, so this truck is very what I would call it's an old school style truck.
Just it's traditional with all the chrome.
Yeah, traditional, I guess, maybe the best way to put it. Like it's one of those trucks that you see a lot of chrome on, and then it all goes really well together, right?
Yep. And you're gonna meet the owner, Brian Hood. This is his truck, and he's on his way here right now to pick it up. He'll be here in probably the next 15 to 20 minutes. And so we were gonna walk around, talk about the truck a little bit before he gets here, and then hopefully maybe go for a ride with him and learn a little bit about like what he's doing. This is not his first truck, and definitely not his first rodeo in trucking. So I think the talk with him will be pretty interesting.
I'm hoping for the best when we do the test drive with him, because the guy's been around for a minute in the transportation industry, and we really enjoy those conversations, and
hopefully likes what we did.
Yeah. I'm hoping he enjoys the truck, and he's like real happy, and then he kind of unloads on some good old fashioned trucking knowledge on
I bet he's got good stories.
He has to, right?
Yeah, you would think so.
Gotta have good stories, and that's what I'm hoping for today. So if you guys want to hear some good old G knowledge, then I
think we're gonna get it in this video.
Hopefully we're gonna get some in this video.
And I don't know, so we should just walk around and kind of show you this thing. This truck took us a little bit of time. We've been off and on working on this truck with other stuff going on in the shop, and we washed it last night and pulled it out this morning, and it looks freaking fantastic. I really love this truck. I love all the trucks we do, but I really like this one a lot.
Yeah, we say that a lot. I really like this truck. I really like this truck.
It's a good thing, because this is all we do, so we better like what we're doing.
Yeah, if we don't like the trucks that we build, we're in trouble, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's not that we have to say it. We really do enjoy all the trucks we build.
All right, well, anyway, we'll stop rambling and flip this camera around and show you this bad boy.
Let's do it.
All right. All right. So we were just staring at this truck, and we were like, oh man, there's water spots all over it. There's not water spots on it. It is literally, that paint is so freaking, it's got so much flake in it. It different angles, it'll kind of trick you for a minute, but.
I literally just asked Brian, I was like, man, is our spotless water system like in need of like another filter change, or what's going on? But yeah, you walk, I don't know if, is the camera doing it justice?
I don't think the camera's doing it enough justice. We walk up real close for a second.
All over it, but then you get up on it, it's like, no, we're all good.
That paint.
It's just so much.
The paint is wild. I really love this color.
I like all the legendary colors. I've yet to see a legendary color where I was like, yeah, I don't really know.
They're all, yeah, they do. They all look great. And so talk about the legendary a little bit. The legendary paint option from the factory, don't quote me 100% on this, it is more expensive than any of the other paints. And I want to say the upcharge on that's about $2,000.
I think it's closer to like 2,600.
Okay, 2,600. So you're paying for it, but you get what you pay for.
Dang, does it look sharp at the end of it here?
It does. You totally get what you pay for. I like it a lot. So go over a little bit what we've done to this thing here. We'll start with the front end of the truck. So on the front side, we've got the nice look with the clean grill in it. That is that grill is actually a Trux grill. And then on our rock guards there with the lights in them, those came from Phoenix, I believe. And the visor is also it's a Phoenix visor?
That is a Phoenix visor, yep.
Phoenix visor, that's a 14-inch. We painted, we'll show you when we drive it, but we painted the inside legendary gray to match the truck. 5-inch window chops, and those are painted legendary gray. We added 2 more lights on top of the roof to give it 7. Over here on the side, also the breather bars front and rear, those are the dual row button lights. Those are also from Phoenix.
Yes, those are also Phoenix rows, or Phoenix breather lights.
And then we took all the chrome, we took all the red out of the emblems, made them chrome.
It's been a long day.
It is a little bit. The front end here, lifetime lug nut covers, and that's also lifetime chrome oil caps. I like that look. We painted the hubs black to match the frame. DPF side, box cover. That's from 12 gauge. And it's got the chrome door handles on it. Dynaflex 8-inch exhaust, miter tops, and
smooth boxes.
These boxes look amazing.
Especially
12 gauge does such a good job with these. They really do.
Especially with all the chrome like around it.
Yeah.
You stick all the chrome panels on around that thing, and then it's just like all this chrome all over. It looks freaking awesome.
Yes. Fun story on this. So we were putting this thing together, and I didn't have a panel that fit the way we wanted it to with this box. So that panel right there, we actually cut by hand under the cab because it was a 6-inch panel for like a glider setup or something. And I'm really happy with doing that. We put the lights, I'll show you. We mounted the lights up underneath it. If this camera will get in there, it won't. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Hang on. There. Now you can see them in there. So when they're on, they actually reflect really well. You can see the reflection. You can see the lights right there in the box, and the illusion of it. It looks just like anything else that you would get. Why is this thing not focusing? There we go. When it's at night, which we were going to show you, it looks awesome. It lights up super well, and I mean, it just, yeah. I love it.
Turned out really nice.
It did.
To be a custom cut panel.
Yeah, it was a cutting stainless too. That's a freaking job. But Shock did that, and the man he's really good at cutting stuff because he did it perfect. And that's all done by hand. Anyway, go back here to the back of the truck. Hogue belt, 304 stainless, ultimate lowrider fenders, and you'll notice there's no mounts coming off the frame for these dudes. We blind mounted them.
Where's the mount bracket?
So they're right under here. There we go. So it's a pretty cool setup, and it's not focusing again. There, come on. Nope, there we go. So that dude's going nowhere. It's connected right over here to your suspension brackets, and just bolts right through. Looks super great.
All right, so this is a Merit deck plate. Basically, this is two separate pieces. What we did is we separated them out and put the spacing in so that way we could get our pogo stick in here. This is one of the factory pieces that came from the factory, and we took it over to these guys, and they powder coated the deck plate with the pogo stick mount bar. And
making it black, it's great. It blends in real well. It just kind of is part of the truck and not like something you're like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, it really kind of does disappear in the frame. Like it's pretty slick there.
Yep.
Iowa custom shock box cover on the back there. All the lights put in to match the tail lights.
Don't talk about that for a second. So this truck was spec'd for by the customer, and it was spec'd with 6 lights. So the lights on the top end up being a little bit further out.
So is it like these two?
No, it'd have been the 2. Yeah, so you'd had those 2 on the far outside up top.
Yeah,
you didn't have any in the middle.
That you installed though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we installed those 2. So, but what happens is there's generally a window there. So your 2 top lights are spaced out a little further than your bottom ones are. So we added 2 more up there. And in the beginning, I was like, well, they're not gonna be exactly evenly spaced, and they're not, but there's so many lights back there. I think it works just fine. And at night, with all of those, plus all of these in the back, you can't miss this truck.
Yeah, honestly, I would have never noticed anything about the light spacing until you just said it.
Until I said it. You have to look for it. And it looks, I mean, it looks great. These lights are so bright. But you got plenty of them. This whole back setup here, all the chrome there and the hangers and the center panel, those are from Trux also.
Are these also the dual revolution where it's like white as well? Like you put it in reverse and they go white?
Yes, your centers do. All your smaller 2-inch deals, those are your reverse lights.
Okay.
And then everything else is just your regular stop tail turn deals.
Nice.
Then back over here, back to the fenders. I'm gonna tell you, I want to do more like this. I really like that look on these fenders.
I love that mount. I like the fact that there's not like, you know, a single post coming off the frame. Typically, you've got like this triangular mount that goes right here, and it goes into one of the, you got to find one of the bolt holes in the frame that matches up the best for it. And it's, I mean, it's very traditional, but it's also a little bit big and very noticeable right there on the front side of that fender. So these hidden mounts are pretty awesome. And Shockley says they're actually, he
liked putting them on better that way. When we did those, I do agree. I would even prefer just to put them all on that way in terms of like the install portion of it.
Yeah, he said it went on a lot quicker.
Yep. So over here, def tank. So 6-inch panels. We'll talk about this a little bit. The def tank, when you do a 6-inch panel, because of the new def tanks, the fill cap is higher up on the new def tanks versus the trucks that would have been built in 2020 last year.
Yeah, like 2021.
Yes.
So the 2021 models, 2020 built.
Yes. It gets a little confusing, but anyway, so essentially that thing's about 2 inches. The fill cap's 2 inches taller, or moved 2 inches higher. So we've built brackets in-house that lower that def tank down about 1.5 inches, and it allows you to still be able to put def fluid in there and have the bigger panel. I've seen a lot of trucks that they don't move the def tank, they put the big panels on there, and it becomes quite the chore to fill that dude up, because you got to like drag around a funnel, and you got to put a funnel in the dude, and then like, yes, it's not worth it. So that's what we do, and it works really well and is user friendly, which is important.
It does not create any kind of it doesn't create the ground clearance issues you would think. So if you look at the bottom of that, it's
they're dead even with the tank.
Very, very close with the tank, and the tank and the def tank still actually sit a hair higher than the toolbox does.
Yes.
So you don't create any sort of clearance issue whatsoever.
And it does look a little like it's lower, and it's just because the radius of the def tank is so much different than the fuel tank, and it just is an optical illusion, more or less. But anyhow, so there's that looks good. We got another 12 gauge box on this side. This is your battery box side, and again, super clean looking. I really like it. I mean, altogether, the truck just turned out awesome. It's a really slick ride.
Oh, I think it looks great. I can't wait to do a test drive.
Yeah, it's gonna be it'll be fun for sure. I just can't wait to see Brian's reaction when he actually gets to see his truck now, because I think he's gonna love it.
I think he will too. Yeah, there's really nothing to not love about this thing. It's pretty slick the way it all turned out.
You know what we got to do, Tommy?
What's that?
We need to go get a semi-casual shirt and a hat and a hoodie and go ahead and put it in the truck before he gets here.
I mean, we could go ahead and do the hat and some stickers and some air fresheners. We've never met this man. I don't know what size shirt he wears.
Oh, I've met him.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, you were gone. You were one of the Peterbilt meeting deals. He came down when we were working on the truck, and yeah, I think he's a large.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's definitely what we should do.
Okay, we're gonna go grab some stuff, put it in the truck, and then Brian will be here in a little bit, and you guys will get to meet him. All right, we're going to get stuffs. So
thanks, man, and the stuffs.
And so we've got some sizes too, which I think are updated on the site now, but we got all the way up to 3X now in the hoodies. And I don't know if we got the 3Xs on the shirts in yet or not.
Well, on the standard black shirts, we have every size available.
So we have 3X in the standard black.
Yeah, in the standard black.
We see that one, so we can see what the standard black is.
And then the other one, so this is the very comfortable district t-shirt. It's the real thin, breathable material. We just had these in a simple logo made because me and Brian were wearing the 100% cotton ones at truck shows, and they were getting really hot. Because it's like truck shows.
I like them though. I like both of them, but
it's a super cool t-shirt.
Really hot days, that one's nice.
Yeah, so it's got the real thin, breathy material you can almost see through, and these are super nice about warmer days.
Yep.
So we have these in every single size. We have more of the all class.
No gas.
No gas. I always say that backwards. So we have more of the all class no gas on order. But yes, if you guys want a hoodie, these these we have every size of, and you know, they're all in stock now. So we got all kinds of stuff. We also
we need larges out of there.
Yeah, we also have all kinds of really cool Peterbilt gear that you guys can order off our website. That's all live on the site right now.
Yep.
And so we need a large.
And then, hey, check this out. We got these. We made these a while back, but these are cool. Have our Fitzgerald Peterbilt logo on them. And on the back, old truckers never die. They just get a new Peterbilt. We're definitely putting this in the truck, Tommy.
Yeah, I think it fits. So we got a large here. We need a large down here.
Yep.
And then a hat. So there's
there's a hat.
There's some swag.
A hat. We got a freaking
All right. And then the very, very comfortable but medium shirt. These are extra large.
I'll get that. I'm gonna grab some stickers over here. So get a couple stickers. 1, 2 stickers, and then we'll grab a couple air fresheners. Get 2 of those. I'll get 3 air fresheners. There we go. And a t-shirt. And another cool thing too, when we ship our stuff out now, we got new bags. So the bag actually shows up. You'll know exactly what you're getting in the mail because, well, there's a huge semi-casual logo on the bag, which I think is a nice little touch for mailing stuff out.
And we typically always try to stick one of these in there too. So if you guys order something,
you're probably gonna get a free sticker.
Probably gonna get a sticker with it.
And maybe we'll put some Jolly Ranchers or something in there too. All right, we're putting this stuff in the truck right now. And then we're just waiting on Brian to get here, more or less, but there we go. All the things. So, yep, there it is.
Guys, I am here with Mr. Brian Hood himself, the guy purchasing the legendary gray truck we've been working on for weeks in the shop. And realistically, you say you've been in and around this industry for, like, you said the better part of over 50 years.
Well, probably my dad, then my stepdad, when I was probably about 4, I suppose. They had trucks coming out that like they used to ride in, they'd go down to the livestock place and cab overs with no sleepers on the doghouse up here, and just been around it forever. Drove his and then got in on my own. I think it was 95 when I bought my first truck.
So what brand of cab over was this?
They used to have some old GMC and Fords, the old ones, and then as I got in my 20s, we had a couple of international 40s, 70s and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they don't make any GMs or Ford cab overs anymore, unfortunately. Well, they actually don't make a whole lot of, they don't make a whole lot of any cab overs anymore.
No, not too many.
I think Freightliner, I think you still can get an Argosy, correct?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think you can. I think it's a special order type thing, but yeah, it's, the cab overs have kind of long gone in the industry. But yeah, so you say you were going to livestock fields and stuff like that. Like, what part of the country was that in?
North Central Iowa. They used to have a Hormel, which everybody's heard of, had a place, and just most of the farmers back then had either cows or hogs, on the farm, but just small little old steel livestock trailers. But they hauled grain and looked at everything. everything like that. So it was all pretty well local.
Nice. So what do you haul now?
I worked for it's Cortiva Agri-Science now, which was Pioneer Seeds.
Yeah.
And I'd say about 9 months out of the year, we do work for them just every day. You know, we're kind of a soybean plant and haul beans in off the farm that are seed needs to be grown next year, and man work and you know, haul the product out.
So is that like a hopper bottom when you're doing the beans?
Yeah, hopper bottom when you haul them in, then it goes to a van when they haul all the finished product out.
Nice. All right. What about? So you say you've been in the industry for a long time. Like, what drew you to go into trucking at the younger age? You know, what specifically? You know, because everybody's got a choice, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like, you know, my dad was in trucking, and then, you know, it's just one of those things. You know, over time, you know, trucks were really cool, and it just drew me to it. So, you know, when you got to the age where you were deciding what career paths to go on, what drew you to trucking?
That was probably just living in a, you know, small farming community, and it was one of my options at the time. And it's, you know, they had family business. They also had a couple elevators, old small elevators, a feed business, and they needed the help, and just kind of stuck around to stay around home. And next thing you know, I bought my first one, and it just kind of escalated from there. I've only had one truck at a time, but this will be my 9th truck, my 5th new one. And as I've got older, just kind of like you, like say, got into the trucks, and I just, you know, like a really nice truck.
Yeah. So going back 9 whole trucks to the, you know, to the 30, 40 years you've been driving, is there one truck specific that you really liked over the others?
Peterbilt, yeah. Especially the flat tops. I've had a stand up and some flat tops, but yeah, the flat top Peterbilts are always the nicest, I would say.
Yeah. I wasn't really fishing for that, but that's cool.
Yeah.
I meant like one specific truck. Like, was there one specific Peterbilt that you liked over the other ones?
Well, the last one I had was a 2018, and I sold that when I was getting this one. And I had that truck for 3 years, and I never missed a day of work. It just was no problems whatsoever, and it had
Nice.
it had DEF on it.
Well, you know, the thing is, the emissions, that they are getting a lot better. You know, there's a lot of people that like really, you know, there's a lot of like hit and miss experiences with, you know, the emission systems, but you know, they really are getting a lot better.
Yeah, I think they've come a long ways. Like say that last one, I never had a problems with it. Same motor as this one, the X50.
Nice. All right, we're gonna get turned around here. We are at the farmhouse. We'll get turned around. You guys can watch the road while we're talking. All right, so heading back up the hill here with Mr. Hood. All right, we was talking about your previous truck, the emission systems on it. Said you never had any issues. We have heard a whole lot of people telling us that, you know, the emission systems are getting a lot better. You know, the truck's not having very many warrantable failures in the first several years. You know, surprisingly enough, that's actually like one of the goals of Peterbilt corporate, is to try to make it to where every single truck that leaves the factory has less than one warrantable failure in its first 12 months of life. So it's, you know, I think it's a pretty respectable goal to say every single unit out the door that way, right?
Yeah, it's like around our area, the farmers do. All the new tractors have the DEF, you know, on them too, and you're not hearing them complain about it like they did, you know, 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, when it first came out, it was a big deal. Everybody, you know, I think you're probably gonna receive that with all new technologies. You know, everybody's gonna be hesitant at first, but once it's kind of out and proven, then, you know, it gets a little better over time. So. All right, well, Brian, I want to hear more about you, man. So you currently haul hopper bottoms, and you said you've got a box trailer you pull.
Yeah, there's a friend of mine I work with, and he owns the trailers. I don't even own any trailers anymore. I used to own some, and it works out good. He's got all the work that I need every year. Carol's Incorporated there, right around my home area there. And but no, I'm not out that much. About 30 nights in the truck, but everything you're home the next day. A couple times, maybe a 2-day trip here and there, but it works out good. I work for the same company all the time. It's regional. We run hard. I mean, it's up, but the pay has gotten a little bit better over the last couple of years too. I don't know if everybody in the industry is starting to realize they better, get the money out there a little bit for all these guys.
Well, driver pay has been kind of creeping up over the last several years. This is not really one of those industries that was, super illustrious as far as drawing a younger crowd to try to get them into the trucking industry. It's not the most. I don't know how you say it. It's not the most immediate attractive job that you think of as far as when you come out of high school, it's like, hey, I want to be a truck driver type thing, right? But I think with the driver pay creeping up the way it has been, that definitely helps attract some new talent to the industry, right? Because it gets some dollar figures out there where people can look at it and with just a little bit of training can get into making a pretty decent paying job right out of the gate.
Yeah, so around our area, the younger kids are, the local boys are kind of drawn towards it. We got some local stuff. No Coast is right around our corner there. You've seen some of their stuff, like Bug Nuts, and man, you go to their show every year now, and man, there's a lot of your 18, 19-year-old kids that are really starting to look into it, I think.
And that's really the important thing, is because if you can't draw a younger crowd to your industry is bound to just keep getting older and older and older. And as that happens, a lot of bad things happen to your industry, which is never good.
Yeah, that sun's getting bright. It's beautiful.
It is. Oh yeah, whenever about 30 more minutes, that thing will be setting way over the ridge there. And the skies, they light up like this really nice orange, and you drive over that bridge, and it's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed the 2 times I've been out here. It's a really nice area down there.
All right, so Brian, thoughts on the truck?
I like it. It turned out really good. It's really sharp going down the road. This gray didn't do justice till you got it out in the sun here.
Yeah, the sunlight really helps the legendary colors. This thing's sitting in the shop. I actually had to ask Brian earlier when it come out. I was like, wait a minute, what shade of gray is this? I thought it was like just your typical gunmetal or charcoal gray, and he was like, no man, that's legendary, because when you get it out in the sun, it pops. Before I picked out the color, man, I looked at colors a lot, and I wanted to go with something that I wasn't going to be sick of down the road. And gray is always that way, but I didn't want just a regular gray, and this color really stands out. It doesn't do it justice just to see a picture of it. Yeah. Well, nice. All right, well, we made it back to the shop here. Brian was telling me that he has some more things he's going to be doing with this truck. Brian Hood, not Brian Burke. So let's jump out, and I'm going to have you explain some of those, like some of the additional add-ons you're going to do.
All right. It's going to get a blind mount bumper and probably longer covers, but I'll redo the mud flaps here underneath the steps and in the back to all match with Iowa custom plates across the bottom of them.
Okay, so you're gonna hang some flaps along the back side of the box.
It'll be hidden down here, and it'll be solid black plate with an Iowa Customs plate across the bottom to look, real factory looking.
So you're gonna make that match the front mud flap. We're gonna hang a second one here.
Yep, and then we'll go in the back, and then we're gonna get all. I hate to take the Fitzgerald off there, but it's going to be all black with Iowa Customs on it.
Well, that's all right. We just kind of put those on because, they just need to have them on there when it leaves. Right?
I got quite a few parts laying at my old shop right now, and full hub covers for the axles there, and 3-inch covers for the nuts. And
then you were explaining a little bit on the pogo stick there. You said you got some more lines?
Those are all going to be wrapped. Well, I got new ones. They're all going to be, the ones at my shop are going to be wrapped in black spiral, and then there will be 2 for the trailer, which would be a tarp, and the tag axle, and they're all wrapped in black spiral, so everything will kind of match or flow together with either black or chrome.
So what he's saying is these lines are going to get replaced with another line that has like the black spiral around it, and so you won't be like, when you immediately come up on the truck, you won't be seeing green and red and blue. It'll all be black and kind of uniform.
Of course, I got red lights to go in, the air cleaners to match everything else, And just a lot of small little trinkets, you know, to go on it. Nothing too much because you just don't want to take it away from the cleanliness on this truck.
And while we were driving, Brian actually pointed out the fact that the turn signal light in the bottom of the mirror. Now we covered this in a previous video, but in this specific video, I don't think we pointed that out earlier. Is Brian Burke put those in, and those are also turn lights, turn signals as well. So clearance and turn signals. All right. So anything else specific?
Nope. I'm just. You guys did an excellent job with the truck, and I'm real pleased with it.
Oh, thanks.
It's taken a long time this year with the pandemic.
Well,
of course,
just
but,
all part shortages, and
Yep.
honestly, some of it was probably us too.
Yep.
We had so much to do. We got all projects. Got a bunch going on in the parking lot still yet. So
I feel sorry for Brian some days trying to, you know, what we went through to get some of the parts for this, what he's dealing with in the industry and stuff. You know,
Oh, yeah.
My hat's off to him.
And he has to deal with it kind of hands on a bunch. Yeah, lots of late nights for us, but all right.
All right, guys, that is it for the video. What do y'all think about Brian's new ride? I love it.
I
hope
love
you
it. Yeah,
Good.
it looks nice.
Yeah, I think it turned out really well. I love the colors. There's a lot of chrome, lots of shiny stuff on this truck. Really old school, and a lot of cool stories while we were running around.
No, it was.
I'm kind of jealous.
good.
I'm not going to get to know about these till we edit the video now, but it gives me something to look forward to.
Yeah.
It'll make you watch the video.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, for
bet.
letting us do
Thank
this.
you.
The
Nope.
truck's been a ton of fun. You've been an awesome customer to even work with too. It's been.
Yeah.
I'm usually not a guy that puts chrome on everything. I like paint, but I mean, you're changing my mind. This is looking awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always been chrome, and it turned out nice.
Well, you guys know what to do.
Yeah, you guys do know what to do. You got to like, you got to subscribe. After you subscribe, hit the little bell like widget there, and that's going to give you notifications every single time we drop a new video. Then you got to check us out on Instagram
At Semi Casual Show.
and go to our website. That's semicasualshow.com, and we have click the merchandise tab.
You get the stuff, all the cool stuff we put in Brian's truck. You
Yep.
can get that.
All that merchandise
They
we
got a lot
stuck in there.
for me.
And then, do you have any kind of social media, anything like that?
Not really. I mean, I follow your guys's here, and I don't though personally.
Okay.
All right, well, simple and easy enough.
He's going to be texting me pictures while he's working, and we'll be putting on our Instagram. So
Yeah,
make sure you follow our Instagram.
We will be doing update photos of this truck as he does more to it, and we just ran through like kind of the basics of what he's going to be doing. But outside of that, I guess that's
See you
about
on the
it.
next video.
See you guys.
Later.